Hey there, Wonder Babes. Welcome back to Wonder Babe TV. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Yanira, and on this series, I am solely focused on documenting and sharing with you my experience training for the Wbff Diva Bikini competition, as I am a first-time competitor. Yay! So last Thursday, after filming this video, sometime at night, I felt incredibly sick, and I'm not going to go into details of what it was. But it went on to my Friday, and then for my Friday, I just felt completely depleted in every which way. My energy levels dropped. Obviously, being sick is not fun for anybody. And so it went on to my weekend. Naturally, I couldn't perform as I had started to get used to performing as far as my exercises go. So my weekend was crap. I felt very, very sad. It was this dark pit. And so on Monday, I talked to my love, and I'm on the phone, and I'm there bawling, and I don't understand why. And he says to me, hey, have you noticed how much your mental state and emotional well-being fluctuates depending on what you eat and how much exercise you do? For me, that was that big light bulb moment. It was that aha moment where I couldn't help but to reflect upon my past and times prior and analyze when I am happiest. And I can see a very clear path. I'm most happy, I feel most healthy, I feel most capable, I feel most at peace and clear with myself and my thoughts when I consume healthier food, when I have regular exercise. To me, that was huge, because naturally we all want to feel good, and I understand feeling good all the time is not human-like, obviously, right? We're gonna go through the fluxes of emotions and of life and etc., and that's part of this human experience, and that's all gravy. But now when you feel so clogged and foggy and clouded in your own thoughts, what do we attribute it to? To realize how much your gut affects how you feel, affects your thoughts, your perspective of things in life. That is powerful. And the more we understand it, the more we educate ourselves on that. I think the easier it is to make better choices for yourself and for your life. And that's something I realized this weekend. Not feeling good in here affects everything outside of it. It affects your relationship with your significant other. It affects your relationship with your family, with your coworkers, with your employer, with everything. So to understand that what we does influence how you feel and how you think, etc., that gives us a motive to stick with our diet, to stick with eating healthy, to stick with the workouts. The second realization for this week has to do with personality theory, or the psychology of personality. Something I love learning about and reading on. And early on in life, I think I was in middle school when I wanted to know, my zodiac sign, and what does my zodiac sign define me to be like? And in my research of my zodiac, I read introvert. I've never heard that word before. And so I learned what an introvert means. And with an introvert, inevitably you go into personality theory and psychology. And you learn to see yourself more within the world and how that role plays out. So, aside from popular belief of introverts lacking social skills, those are not mutually exclusive. But I think for the most important part, or the most prominent part within my life, is introverts recharge themselves through solitude or being in an isolated space. In my day-to-day life, oh my God, it consists of so much ongoing social interaction, and I think by the third day, I'm ready to just be gone. I'm ready to not do it anymore. I'm like, oh my God, it's too much. And it does overwhelm me, and it does strain me, and it's overstimulating. So how does that apply to the WBFF? Well, I always said I hate gyms. I hate going to the gym. I don't want to work out at a gym. It's not for me. It's not my thing. And obviously I started going to a gym. I started doing it with Bonnie, and slowly I started getting more into it. I started getting more comfortable with it. But I could not go by myself. The idea of going by myself is just horrible. And I've mentioned it before, how when I'm left alone, I feel so uncomfortable. I'm ready to run and dig a hole and shove my head in there because I don't want to be around so many people. So I thought, you know what, you can force yourself to do it. The more you learn, the more you're going to learn to love going there, the more you're going to enjoy that space. And yes, I did enjoy that space. But after, let's say, a week of feeling oversaturated, the idea of going to a gym was draining. Not because of the workout, but because of everything. The bright lights, the loud music, the abundance of people. Well, Bonnie had introduced me to this awesome gym down the street from my house in a place I love that's not crowded, that is very calm, and it's aesthetically pleasing. And so I finally decided, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to enroll. I'm going to go to the gym that has hardly ever more than 10 people in there. And I love it. I love it. I can't wait to go back by myself, with Bonnie, with whoever wants to come. By myself, I don't care. I love being in that space. It's quiet. I feel that I am there alone. There's lots of windows. I get sunlight. It's dim inside. The music isn't blasting. And I don't run into people. So it feels that I am alone. And it's not huge either. It's big enough to where there's space, but it's small and intimate enough to where I know exactly where everything is at. And I have no trouble trying to chase down machines or find what I need. I know where it's at. I can get there immediately. I don't have to go through a whole pile of people to get there, or wait in line forever, or have to be like, are you using this? And have to make small talk. No, I just go in there, get my thing done, and essentially feel like I'm just all there by myself, and I love it. So I think that's important. I think that's important because I always know where I stand as far as within that spectrum of introverted, extroverted. I've developed extroverted tendencies, which you need in life. At least in our culture, you totally do need them to thrive. So I've because of work, I've managed to develop those, and I'm very grateful for that. But internally within myself, I already know where I succeed and where I don't. The more people, the more interaction, the brighter, the louder, the more I just want to shrink and shrink and shrink and hide. Don't want to be here. The quieter it is, the more alone I am, the more dim-lit it is, the less people there are, the more I want to be out there and talk and shine. It's like my cats. Cats don't want to come out when there's a bunch of people in here. They want to come out when it's just us and they're alone, and they come at night and they run around because it's just them. If I can give any advice to you, if you don't know where you stand within that spectrum, maybe take one of those personality tests. Or some awesome ones. I think the Big 5 personality test is probably one of the better ones. This is something I really want to talk about in my channel, actually, personality theory. I want to have a whole entire series on this because I think it's a value to all of us, and it's definitely, oh my God, I'm at 20 minutes. It's a value to all of us, and it can definitely help us heighten and work on improving our natural inclinations and our inherent traits. And it can also be a guiding tool to improve those things that we may not be so great at naturally. Anyway, friends, those are my 2 realizations for the week. Those are the 2 things I've learned and now am more strongly applying and being proactive on within my life. I hope you are having those every day, and I hope that you are seeking to understand yourself better within your own self and yourself amongst others and within places. And I will see you next week. Also, before I go, I think I'm going to be changing my dates when I post my videos. Normally it's supposed to be on Thursdays, but now that I'm starting to edit videos and how time consuming it is, I'm thinking it's going to be more realistic for me to post on a Saturday or Sunday. I would love to record my videos on a Saturday. That's my last day of the week, but that won't work with my schedule. So I'm just gonna keep recording on either Wednesday or Thursday, depending on what days I have the most flexibility in. And I'm gonna try to get my videos out by Saturday, Sunday, once I have a method that actually is realistic and does work. Once I put it into practice, of course, I'll know exactly what day that is, and I will share it with you guys, and we'll keep it there. Well, have a wonderful week. I hope this added some value to you in some way, and I'll see you next week.